And welcome back to Comic Frontline, everybody. I am Brant Fowler, aka the Gonzo Goose, back with some more San Diego, San Diego Comic-Con coverage, news, whatever you want to call it. At preview night, Wednesday night, IDW announced a new series coming in October based on the Back to the Future property. And not only did they announce this new series coming in October, but they also announced that Bob Gale, one of the co-screenwriters of the original Back to the Future, worked on all three, is overseeing the project. So you have somebody that wrote Back to the Future overseeing the comic, and it's really cool. He's working with two writers, John Barber, who works on the Transformers books, and Eric Burnham, who works on the Ghostbusters books. These two writers, they're going to be writing, there's going to be two tales in each issue, and they're going to be different artists. Brett Schoonover, I can't remember what he's working on right now. Oh, Batman 66. He's going to be working on one of them, and the Ghostbusters penciler Dan Schoening is going to be working on the other. So it's a really cool thing that they're working with these established creative teams that already work on known and popular properties and do a really good job with them. So they've got a bang up team on these books. And the interesting thing is CBR actually did an interview with Bob Gale about the project, how it all came to be and what it's going to focus on and all this stuff. And he talked about how he was approached after they had approached Universal or whoever owns the rights to Back to the Future, and then it came his way, and these ideas that they pitched him were heavily involved with time travel. And he was like, you know, if we're going to do this, what would really be interesting is untold tales and alternate timelines. So that's what the book is going to focus on. It's going to, for example, in the first issue, the two tales are two untold tales, and one of them is how Doc and Marty first met in 1982. So how they become friends and form this relationship and everything. So that's going to be really interesting because that's something that we've never seen in the films and that we've always kind of clamored for, we've always wondered about, been curious about. So that's really cool. And the other one is featuring Doc Brown working with a certain group of other very popular scientists in the Manhattan Project. So that's going to be pretty cool to see him in that element. But we're also going to see alternate timelines in the future of this and everything. It's just a really cool idea, and the art looks absolutely fantastic. I can't show it here, but I'll put a link in the show notes below because I think it... Actually, maybe I can pull it up. We'll see. But it's really cool. It's there's a 4-part cover by Dan Schoening, showing different elements, and they said various characters that are in Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3 will be featured in these various stories. And I'm going to try to, this is on the laptop, so I apologize if this is a little shaky, but I'm going to try to show you the art here. If you can see that kind of okay, but it's really cool looking art right there. So again, I'll put a link in the description below so you guys can check it out fully. But I'm a huge Back to the Future fan. You know, it was 30 years ago this year that Back to the Future, the first one, came out. I've seen that movie so many times. Back to the Future 2 is actually my favorite. So, you know, I'm a huge Back to the Future fan. And so this was really cool news. The likeness of Michael J. Fox in this is brilliant. All the characters, actually, Christopher Lloyd, you know, the various other characters, Leah Thompson, he did a really good job on this cover at the very least, and he is going to be one of the artists on the book, so that is really cool that we're going to get that kind of depiction. But I'm really looking forward to this. Through Back to the Future 2, we really got to see alternate timelines, and we even got to see some of the repercussions in the first movie as well. So it's really going to be interesting to see what they play with, what timelines they dive into with this, and see what happens, because this is stuff that it goes beyond. He specifically said he did not want it to feel like an attempt at Back to the Future 4 or an attempt at like a prequel, like a Clone Saga or anything like that. He wanted it to be its own thing, kind of focus on these other things that you might not necessarily ever see in the film universe. So that's really cool. I'm looking forward to this. It comes out in October, and you guys should definitely already just go ahead and plan to put it on your pull list. Back to the Future, John Barber, Eric Burnham, Dan Schoening, Brett Schoonover, with Bob Gale overseeing from IDW. This is a win-win all across the board. In my personal opinion, without having ever seen the issue. So we'll see if it lives up to the hype that I'm giving it right now. But I'm really excited about this news. This was the first thing I saw coming out of tonight that it jumped out at me, being a Back to the Future fan as I am. So I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. If you're a Back to the Future fan, tell me how cool you think this is. And yeah, just stay tuned to Comic Frontline's YouTube channel, comicfrontline.com, for more San Diego Comic-Con news and coverage all weekend long by all of us. We're ramping up. Day one officially tomorrow, so we'll have a lot of coverage coming your way. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.